Libra, and welcome to these your guided messages from Spirit for November 2025. Welcome. If you're new to the channel, well, hello. My name is Linda and I'm in Australia. And if you decide to leave comments today, please let me know where you're from. I'd love to hear from you. And so, Libra, for those of you who follow us regularly, as you know, we always like to ask Spirit for our mystery card. So we start off just by asking for one card from this deck. We're going to keep this until the end. I don't look at it. I put it to one side and we'll read the guidance of that card that Spirit is giving us at the end of the reading. We're going to ask for one card from the Radley Bradshaw deck, which is one of our favourite decks. So we're just going to ask Spirit, please, this is for Libra, our beautiful Librans. Would you like to give us the overall energy, please, to be expected throughout November? We thank you for that. Okay. Okay, we've got the release card. Okay, lovely. And this is the release card represents the end of a situation. This is transformation. It's time to move on. So this is time for you to decide. So during this month, it's very possible you may decide, you may make a decision that something does need to come to an end. Maybe this is now a time where you can move on this month. Something could possibly come to an end. The universe may step in and also, bring this to an end for you so that you can move forward. But this is also about spiritual transformation. So some of you may find yourself doing some studies, spiritual studies. You may discover some things about yourself this month and open some doors for you to maybe, make some changes in your spiritual path. So we're going to ask now for the rest of the month. So we're going to ask for two cards for the first week, please. What is it we need to expect for this first week of November? So we have the Seven of Swords. This is you moving away from stress and strife. We have taking action. Oops, we have some good stuff here. For our beautiful Librans, what else would you like to give us for this last couple of weeks of this month, please? Let's have a look what we're getting. The Two of Cups, we have the Chariot, and we have the Four of Pentacles. We've got quite a bit of letting go here. We've got quite a bit of releasing those things that no longer serve us, emotionally, physically, emotionally maybe as well. So let's have a look, shall we? So, Libra. Let's have a look and see what Spirit's saying to us. So, the Seven of Swords. So when we look at this card, this guy here, look at him. He's a sneaky old thing. And in the original, this is the Rider-Waite Tarot, but when this was first brought to our attention, this deck many years ago, this was the person that you had to watch him because he was, you had to watch him. He was sneaky and he might be stealing off you. In this day and age, some people interpret it differently. I interpret it as moving away from the stress and strife. Just, maybe it's time for you to move away from what no longer serves you. But it can also be very much a message about making sure that that you do not get deceived, that somebody doesn't do the wrong thing by you as well. It can mean that too. So we have to talk about it. It's not the nicest looking card on the planet, but this is a saying to you in this first week of November. This is saying that make sure that you stay on top of things. Make sure that you check things. Sometimes we can't always trust others. So it's a fact of life. Let's not hide this. sometimes we need to be cautious about other people because they do deceive us. And so stay on top of things this month, this week, Libra, this first week of November. Just make sure that if there's somebody around you that you intuitively feel that there's something not quite right, then you have faith and trust that intuition and keep a sharp eye on them. Okay. And not just a person, but a situation. Doesn't have to be a person, it can just be a situation that you're in. So don't allow anybody to deceive you in any way. We have got the Two of Pentacles. There's so much going on. We just don't know how to keep up with it all. So the Two of Pentacles is very much about trying to bring balance in. In the background, the waters have been pretty choppy, haven't they? And so many of you have been going through some ups and downs. There's no doubt about that, and that's from past months, weeks, months, even years in some cases, because this could be the month where everything does turn around. And if this is you now, trying to keep things in balance. Don't allow yourself to do too much, because when we look at the swords, the swords are our thoughts as well. Swords do represent our thoughts as well as our actions, and so this is not a time to overload yourself with stress and strife. Don't overload yourself with too much. Sometimes we need to get other people to help us and to get things done. And of course, we in the second week we have this Knight of Pentacles, and this Knight of Pentacles. Well, he's contemplating. He is also weighing things up. We've got two stories here about trying to make a decision in many ways. He's not rushing into this. What he's doing is he's thinking about what can I do with what I've got. He's got that coin. And he wants to make sure that he spends it wisely. He wants to make sure he invests it wisely. He doesn't want to make a mistake here. So this is very much a time in this second week to make sure that you invest in the right way, that you spend your money in the right way, or you take time with how you're going with your finances. And this is why you need to make sure that you do weigh things up properly, so that in the second week you can take action. Whatever you do decide, though, however, it's all about your future. It's all about what's going to make you happy. And what's going to really make you happy, of course, is a happy home life, isn't it? And so this is you trying to bring balance back into your finances. Maybe you might be putting in for a loan. You might be planning to build a house, or to look around to buy a home. You could also be planning to sell a home, for that matter, because there's a lot of happiness here in this home life, but there is also this weighing things up about finances. And again, so be cautious, don't allow anybody to give you the wrong information or rip you off at all when it comes to what it is you're trying to accomplish. So this is not a time to invest in any situation around your finances at the moment. Don't forget, Libra, the 9th of this month, November, is when Mercury is in its most powerful situation, going through to the 29th. But it starts to move in before that. It starts to move in at the end of October. And so make sure that there's, that you're not being ripped off in any way at all when it comes to your financial situation. Just be cautious. This is not something to be frightened of. This is spirit telling you to take your time. Take your time so that the outcome is the right outcome. And so we have the release card, the end of a phase, a situation. At last, it's time to move on. This is you realizing. This is you realizing that this is it. I can't put this off anymore. It is time for me to make a decision. It's time for me now to go in a whole new direction. And this card takes us to something very special. When we make a choice, when we choose to move on, when we realize it is time and we start putting things in on a plan or in perspective, then we start to move forward more positively. We have the Two of Cups, which is the decision. Again, we've got Cups, which is you try to make the right choice here. And we have the Page of Cups. There's a lot of emotional stuff going on around you, Libra. And, this could also be your partnerships. It could be it could be friendships, deep friendships, partnerships in business. Could be that too, although we don't have any wants here. We mainly have your finances and your happiness, what makes you happy, and you doing a lot of weighing up and decision making, and knowing that it's time to move in a whole new direction. So this is a choice. This is a decision that maybe even you and your partner are trying to make. But this is very much about making the right choice for you and taking the reins, especially in this final end of November. This is important for you to start, taking the reins of what it is you want to bring to the end of this month. The outcome that you want is up to you to take the reins, to stand up and step into your power. The Chariot is all about steering the ship, your ship, the way you want it to go, where you want it to go. And the Two of Cups, the decisions that you're thinking of making, it's all about you taking control. He's not holding those reins. He's allowing himself to be taken. He's allowing the universe to take him. This card here is very much a spiritual transformation. This is the universe stepping in and sometimes creating a situation around us where we have no choice. And sometimes the universe will do that. They'll bring something or someone in or a situation to a head where we realize we have to move on. We have to go in a new direction. And this month is the time to do that. The Page of Cups, well, this is all about the pages of messages. And again, you're going to hear of something that, and it's sitting right here. This is communication, talking things over. You're going to hear of something again that could put you in a position where you need to make a decision. The Chariot and the Four of Pentacles again. The Four of Pentacles. In the Four of Pentacles, he's hanging on. He's hanging on, and he's hanging on, and he needs to let go. But he's hanging on too much. This is not allowing flow. This is not allowing things to move. If we want things to move forward, we have to allow ourselves to be taken to where we need to go and allow spirit to guide us. The Four of Pentacles represents hanging on too much to a situation. And this can also be finances. Maybe this month, November, you need to maybe, not be afraid to spend money, because this is also somebody who's scared to spend money and are frightened to buy that ticket to a holiday, even though they need the holiday, even though they need the break. And so this is a month now where we mustn't hang on too much. We must enjoy the ride and realise that sometimes the best way to have fun in life is to actually not to worry too much about the finances of it. Just enjoy. So I'm going to ask Spirit for a little bit more information now from our angels, gods, and goddesses. So the angel of emergence, it's time for the real you to emerge, is the message you got here from the angels, gods, and goddesses. So this is the angel of emergence. And she is saying it is time for the real you to emerge. And so this is rather interesting because we have this, the end of a phase of situation, spiritual transformation. This is you, transformation, and time to move on in a new direction, and a decision about that, and not being afraid to free yourself from your worries and your fears, and allowing yourself to be taken to where you're meant to be, and to take control of what it is you really want. This is the time for you to steer your ship in your direction. This is the time for you to be who you really are. For bring yourself out. This is new beginnings. Butterflies are new beginnings. New beginnings and a fresh start. And this is what I feel you've been weighing up for a while. I think you've been thinking for a long time that you need to make change, that you need to move away from any stress and strife or situation that no longer serves you. And this can be career, can be family, can be anything in any sort of a situation where you just know that you've got to take control of what it is you want. You may have to do that. You may have to move away from a situation, make these decisions. And they may not be easy, but they are obviously necessary. Because if you want to move forward, if you want to steer this ship, if you want to move in this new direction, because this is going to take you to success, then you have to get in that situation where you are the one that's in control of it. You can't rely on other people to do. So let go. Whatever it is you're hanging on to, whatever it is you're frightened to show of yourself, this is time for you to emerge. This is time for you to step up and not be afraid of. And this is, the end of a phase or a situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on. This is time for you to shine. This is time for you to move on to what it is you truly want in life. So let's have a look at the angel of emergence. See what Spirit is saying to you, Libra. The angel of emergence. Let's have a look what it means. This beautiful card here. This card mirrors the start of a wondrous transformation that is about to occur in your life. That's this here and this. For far too long now, you have felt second best and remained in the background. It is now time for the real you, the beautiful, talented, and wondrous you, to emerge. This is the energies of your true, this is the emergence of your true nature, which until now you have denied to most of those around you, and often also denied to yourself. Over the coming days and weeks, you will begin to feel a newfound sense of confidence and excitement for your life. Embrace this. Give thanks to God and the angels, and above all, respect, love, and honor the beautiful and talented person that you are. So, Libra, this is time for you now to emerge. This is time for you to be who you are. You may want to study, you may want to go into some form of spiritual study, you may already be extremely talented, but you're frightened to come out. Don't be frightened. Don't be frightened. This is all about your happiness, And I think you've been weighing this up for a while. And this is all about you being fearful of what other people will say, what other people will think. And you don't have to worry about that. You don't worry about what other people think. You just move away from that situation if they don't support you. It's as simple as that. I'm just going to ask, please, or if, we have the Seven of Wands, and this is very much about you standing your ground. You stay on top of this situation. Whatever's going on this month, Libra, you stay in control. Stay in control and stand your ground. And the wands they do represent career and work and so on. So this could be a situation around you at the moment where you need to stand up. You need to stand up for yourself and stick to your guns and take control of the situation. This is also a card of acknowledgement where people will acknowledge how well you're doing. And for some of you, this could be a vehicle. You might be buying a car, but I get the impression it's more about you taking control of your journey that you're on at the moment and staying on top of things. Stand your ground, stick to your guns. And whatever doesn't suit you, whatever doesn't serve you at the moment, It's time for you now. It's time for you to move on. It's time for you to shine. It's time for you to emerge from the shadows, Libra, and be the person you truly are. Beautiful, gorgeous human being. Shine your light. Time for you to shine your light on others. Time for you to study and learn and psychic abilities, work with your gifts, so on. I hope this resonates with you, Libra. It's a lovely reading. Interesting month. Many of the readings that I've done so far for November have been very, very interesting. Because we have Mercury in retrograde, but also many other planets in retrograde, it's going to be a little bit topsy-turvy. However, we'll get through it with the help of Spirit. So would you like to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so yet? The subscription button is here in the corner. Please just click on that, hit bell and all, and you'll receive our daily guidance, which we do every morning. You'll receive, which is only just a very short video, goes for about 5 or 6 minutes. You'll get the monthly guidance, every 5-day collectives that Spirit gives you guidance every 5 days on what's going on the planet and everything else that we do. And we would love to have you here. And thank you again to all of you who do support us, and you are helping us to grow. And we really do love and appreciate you. Thank you. So I'm Linda from Australia. If you leave a comment, why not leave a comment? Let me know where you're from. Has this resonated with you? We'd love to hear from you. Please give us a like now. Would you like to click the like button now? And that also helps us. Thank you so much for that quick little click. You've made a difference. So take care, Libra. It's been wonderful to be with you again today. And I look forward to catching up with you again in the future. Bye-bye for now.